being in New York City, I've experienced so much that I've learned how to differentiate people, and I'm a good reader of character. So a lot of people, I run into them, and I'm just like, you know what? I just don't fuck with you. Never really met you or nothing like that. I was like, yeah, it's bad to judge a book by its cover, but sometimes my intuition hasn't been wrong with a lot of people. It's been wrong a couple of times, but it's just like, you know what? This person is sketch. It said, watch out for those. Yeah, hey, I'm married to one of them, so at least I'll just worry about the other one. I ain't concerned about one. I know one. I don't know the other, but it's just that's what it is. It's like it's like you just learn different stuff, and I just learned a lot. Like most of y'all, a lot of people on Twitch are way younger than me, so it's not. He said insert first. A lot a lot of people that are on Twitch are younger than me. I'm a older. I'm Most people would consider me like a damn fossil, if anything. Uh, so it's easier for me because I read people like that's how I am. It's like I vibe with people that I know I can vibe with, and the people I don't fuck with, I just don't fuck with. Because I've learned with time, it's like, you know what? If a person is a good person and you can learn from them, you can be at peace around them. You stick around them more. You hang around them more because you know what? It keeps you mentally stable. A lot of people don't get mentally stable because the thing is sometimes you try to be somebody you're not because of somebody else. So you want to become so and so because so and so is like that. I was like, nah, I'm myself. It took me a very dark time to realize that. Like I said, 35, I've gone through a lot. So I like to help people out so that they don't experience that. They don't go through those issues. They don't go through, like, people deal with depression. I deal with depression. I deal with anxiety. But the thing is I try to alleviate that from other people and try to teach people that because a lot of the things is people don't realize what it is that they're doing that's causing themselves anxiety or that depression. It was like being happy is the number one depressive thing. To go against it, I would say. But a lot of people don't know how to be happy. Why? Because you're trying to sometimes be something you're not, or you're trying to be somebody else, or you're trying to make somebody. And then, like with Grill, I've spoken to Grill so many times. Well, not so many times, but I've spoken to Grill and I've tried to tell him, like, hey, some things you need to let go of, some things you need to embrace. And it's how you do it and how you go forward that makes you different. It makes you peaceful. It makes you allow to go forward and you ain't worried about what happened here, what happened there. Um, you just start realizing that certain things aren't that important. Some things are important. Some things you want to be around. Some things it's like, you know what? This wasn't helping me. This you gotta sometimes it's just realizing what the issues are. Like they say with alcoholics, is like sometimes the first problem is admitting that you have a problem. Same thing with depression. You gotta admit that you got there. Should do a motivational Monday. I might do it. I just have to have like a topic for it, but uh I'm gonna get rid of it. What she said, well, do it. I hate Mondays. A lot of people hate Mondays, so I might have to do it. Hey, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. It's just like it was like you have to make yourself happy. And sometimes making yourself happy isn't as hard as you make it out to be. The thing is sometimes it's hard to get past those barriers that stop you from being happy. Because sometimes those barriers are not a part of you. Sometimes it's something outside of your self that makes you depressed or makes you sad or makes you anxious or makes you want to do something that's out of your character. You know who you are. Stick to who you are. Be who you are. Don't do anything that's outside of your character. Sometimes, yeah, you might do something here and there, skydiving, some wild. It's like, oh shit, I never did this. Let me try it. That's understandable. But when it comes to your mental health, that's the most important thing you got to take care of. You got to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. Not saying nobody else will, because people will care. I have an amazing fucking wife that takes care of me, looks out for me, and does that. But it's just within yourself, you have to have that mentality to take care of yourself. You want to move forward. You look, you always move forward, never backwards. And when you move backwards, you learn from why you move backwards to move forward again. That's one thing is just like affirm is when I want to so I could give you all opportunity to go. Hey man, I appreciate you for that. That's why I said like I was like I stick to people and I stick around people that I know I can trust and the people that make me happy and I know I can make better. Uh I got what going on 14 years on you. I'm gonna make sure that your life is way more better and you have more experience than I had at that same time. And that's the thing. It's like you got to do that with everybody. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people is just like selfish. I was like, if you've around me, I'm one of the most least selfish people you could ever fucking find. Cause if I learn something, I'm gonna teach you. Not because I have to, not because I want something back. I don't need anything back. I don't expect anything back. Uh Thank yous are fucking amazing. Thank yous are fucking amazing. Sometimes it's like I had who was I talking to? I was talking to another streamer and it was just like chatting with him. And it was just like I said, it was like sometimes you just gotta say, "Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a nice day. Hey, that's a pretty shirt. That's a pretty dress." Or, "Hey, I like the way your hair looks." That alone could change anyone's fucking mentality. And I was talking to that with another streamer, and he told me it was just like, the bruh, it goes past 100. That's like on a million level. Cause he told me he was talking to me. He was like, you know what? He was like, you know what? I had a neighbor. He was like his neighbor. It was like his neighbor he was talking about. And he was just talking about it. He was just like, yeah, man. It was like one day, I just went outside and my neighbor was out there and I was like, hey, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good, this, and that. Haven't seen you. Hey, maybe we should hang out or something like that. Something simple as that. And next thing you know, he comes and tells me, he's like, you know that neighbor that I told you I spoke to? A year later, the dude came back to him and told him, it was like, you know what? You remember that day you saw me this, and that? And he was like, I'm kind of fishy about it. But he was like, you remember that day when you came out and said, this, and that to me? And he was like, yeah. He was like, that whole day changed my life. And the guy was just like surprised. He was like, what? He was like, yeah, because he was like, I was thinking about killing myself. Because I didn't have nothing. I didn't have anybody around. But you came and you were just like, hey, just talk to me and show that I was a person there. Just to show that it was like, I was there and you were just like genuinely interested in like, hey, hanging out or something like that. And then they became best of friends. And he just said it was like that one moment can change a person's life at any point. Um, that's why I'm big on mental health. The same thing in the military. I'm in the military. I deal with a lot of people. Let me see. Simple gestures, simple compliments go the longest way. I deal with it in the military. Like, you got people committed suicide too many fucking times. 22 times a day. That's why I have that suicide.org thing there. So that people want to donate or stuff like that. Just to help people out because it does happen. It happens with people. Um, I can't even get into it because it's just like you're around the situation so much, so it's like people do commit suicide, people do go through stuff, and it's just like you just want to help them. But that little monumental thing is a monumental moment for them. For you, it's just a hey, good morning, or hey, hope you have a nice day today, or hey, we getting fucked up this weekend. Some something stupid like that, but that's mostly what probably I'll probably say like, yo, we getting fucked up this weekend. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but we drinking. Like, shit like that. But it's something that is like you just showing people that they care elevates people. And that's one thing I've always tried to do. It elevates people. You want to elevate people no matter where you're at. The military, I try to do that with the people that I'm in control of, or I'm their supervisor, something like that. Because the thing is, you can notice that. Yeah, see, Fuzzy, it happens all the time, and people don't understand the importance of that. There's too much fucking hate in the world. There's too much fucking anger in the world. When you're that little shining beacon of light that you can be, even if you don't want to be, you can change somebody's life by doing that. So that's why one thing a lot of the times is like, I may have to do a motivational Mondays, just like I'm gonna stream on Monday, it's just gonna be me chatting or just being motivational. Because I'm always motivational with people, and like Grill talked about stopping the stream like I don't know how many times. No fucking idea how many times Grill decided he was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm throwing this shit. Just like he decided, you know what? He decided to stick around. He decided to keep on streaming. But the amount of times I've told him like, hey man, just shit, don't even. I don't even want to get into that topic because that shit pisses me off. But it's just like you support people around you. Like Twitch is a big platform to be able to talk to people, be able to motivate people. Um, you don't always find people. You can't get to everyone. But if you can reach those people that you can reach, and then that person tries to reach whoever they can reach, you have that ripple effect. And that ripple effect goes a long way because you helping people along the way that you just didn't think you could help or you didn't know you can help. Twitch has allowed me to find people like when I was going through depression, anxiety, which I still do, because sometimes it's like, hey, fuck it, let's stream. I'm not in the mood for it. I don't want to do this right now. You know what? I'm not in the mood for it. And it happens to people all the fucking time. People don't understand that that's depression hitting you. That's something in your head like your shit ain't clicking that you just feel like hey, you are amped up about it and then all of a sudden it's just like I don't want to do this right now. The amount of times I've done that the past I would say who knows what. Well, the past month it was just because I was with family and I wasn't around a computer to keep streaming like this. But before then, it was just like I was streaming on like a daily basis, and then it became every other day, every other 2 days, every other couple of days. But it's just something. Hey, you gotta learn to you gotta learn to be with people. You gotta learn to talk to people, and you just gotta learn to help people, love people, show people some empathy. You don't have to be fucking the best person in the world. I'm not the best person in the world. I'm not the greatest person in the world. Uh, yeah, my wife could attest to that. Like after I got into that car wreck, I wasn't trying to do shit. Like hey doctor, I appreciate you being here as always, as always. It's just that's just how I am. Like the streaming thing is like that. Like I said, like I don't ask for subscriptions. I don't ask for fucking donations or anything. I don't need all of that. Me just being able to reach people and talk to people, enlighten people, make somebody smile or something like that. That's good enough for me because it's helped me. Just being on Twitch and being able to hang out with y'all and y'all just get me off of whatever's on my head. Like may not be in the mood for anything. And then, I'll jump on Linguini's or I jump on Grills. I jump on anybody's stream and I'm chatting with people and people are just like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, oh, cool, cool. You have that back and forth, so it makes you it makes you realize that, and then you're like, okay, you know what? Cool. People are cool. People are important. People do show you love, and it's just not expecting it. I don't expect any love. Like people show up, I talk to them, I hang out with them, I get to know them. Shit with Dr. Linguini, I'm already planning to go to fucking TwitchCon 21. Shit is like September of fucking 2020 if the shit ever fucking happens. But the plan is to happen. It's like that's the plan. But it's just being able to interact with people and talk with people that you just don't get the ability to do. Um, but Twitch gives you that. Twitch gives you the ability to get to that point and reach different people and talk to different people because you find people that you've never, some people you may never meet in person. It's gonna happen. Dr. Linguini, once this COVID shit happens, once my kid is born and all that, we hanging out. Uh, Go ahead. No, Fuzzy, you can go ahead. You don't have to ask me that. You can just say that. You don't have to ask me for permission or something like that. You can just say it. Uh, See, that's why it helps me also. Uh, because it helps my wife be at ease knowing that I can talk with y'all. I talk with them daily. I talk with my wife and kids daily. Uh, but it's just something, having that ability to talk to people and communicate with people that ain't trying to judge you, ain't trying to evaluate you and stuff like that. It's like you don't have like literally if y'all here, y'all here. There's nothing else to that. If y'all here, y'all here. There's oh, cause we work together. No, no, y'all here, y'all here. That's the thing. It's like, and I enjoy that and I appreciate that, and I just try to change things up, try to do different things to make sure, hey, let me give them something to laugh about or something like that. When that everyone you meet is afraid of something, loves something, and has lost something. That is true. That is a pretty damn good fucking quote. And that's the truth. And that's definitely that definitely hits it on the fucking head. Um, yeah, because there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the thing. It's like, girl, you afraid of being alone. It's like you can't be afraid of being alone because you're not alone. You got yourself. You've always had yourself. You just never realized that you've had yourself. You yourself are the most important person that you have. Like, you don't need somebody else to evaluate that. You don't need somebody to confide in that. You don't need anyone to acknowledge that. You have yourself. That's the most important thing. Have a girlfriend, lol. And Fuzzy, that's a pretty good one because it's the truth. You're afraid of something. Everybody's afraid of something. Everyone loves something. Even if you're in those dark times, and I've been in those dark times. I've had those rough I went through a rough patch in my life. But I still had that shining light, and that's what I think pushed me to go forward. So you just have to move forward. It's hard to say like I do have I'm tough on my wife like that. It's just like a get over it mentality. uh, which I am working on. I'm working on. But the thing is like sometimes you have to, Handisha or Angelica. Oh shit. Oh. But oh shit. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. You just you have to acknowledge that. Sometimes you acknowledge that. It's like, but you take care of yourself, man. You gotta take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. That is the most important thing that you gotta do is take care of yourself. You take care of yourself, your life changes drastically. Uh, I'll say that I found my wife because I started. This right here was not in the right place, and I started taking care of myself. I was like, no, you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your mental health. You got to take care of yourself physically, mentally. Once you do that, your whole world changes because you open up opportunities to yourself that you didn't even know existed. Why? Because your head didn't allow you to see those things. So it's like you'll get there and just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this.